Welcome back to another episode of the L2 Mindset Podcast. I'm your host, Kevin Fernandez. Today, we're going to delve into the art and importance of celebrating wins, both big and small. This is not easy. I'm speaking from personal experience. I want to explore the balance between striving for more while taking the time to enjoy the fruits of our labor. Remember, celebrating wins is not just about acknowledging success, it's about practicing self love and appreciation for the journey. So let's get started. I want to start with a discussion on acknowledging and appreciating our accomplishments and how that boosts self esteem and motivation. You see, many of us grow up wanting success and achieving for and wanting to achieve success and striving for more and always wanting more and more and more. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what happens to a certain point is that if we don't take the time to acknowledge and appreciate our accomplishments, that can affect us psychologically. That can lead to burnout, right? If we're always going, and we don't feel like, man, I'm winning, I'm enjoying what I'm doing, like I'm enjoying the success that I've created, then where is that going to lead you? You see, as many of you know, I just published a book and it became number one Amazon bestseller. And that was a goal that I had for a long, long time. I hadn't set a deadline to it. I had put it on my vision board, but I hadn't set a deadline to it. I just started working toward it one day and suddenly, boom, it happened. And the book came together, the plans came together, the launch team came together, and we had a very successful launch, became number one Amazon bestseller. And after that happened, there was a little part of me that was like, okay, that was almost too easy. It should have been harder. Uh, I should have done more. And see, even in the moments when we achieve something that we've been wanting to achieve, that we've been striving for a long time, we still don't take the time to recognize our efforts and we're hard on ourselves. And that may not be everybody. That might just be me. I'm growing through this journey. I'm trying to become better. I'm trying to learn to continue practicing self-love to another level, taking that to another level and continue to practice, self-compassion and celebrating small wins. Because again, I grew up having to work extremely hard to get to where I am today. I had to do a lot of different things. And so, in my mind, in order to achieve something big, you have to work extremely hard. And I'm not saying that a lot of effort didn't go into achieving this one accolade, but the expectation that I had of it was that it was going to be that much harder. And a part of me was not letting me enjoy the moment because it was too easy, which again, it doesn't make any logical sense. So sometimes I just want you to challenge you to acknowledge that our minds are not always working in our favor. And if we don't pay attention to that little voice, what's going on inside of us, we can go down a negative path. We can let our emotions take over and not allow us to live fulfilling, happy, purposeful lives. So it's extremely important that we take time to celebrate our wins, and no matter how big or small they might be, we need to make winning and celebrating those wins a habit, right? Every time you have a win, celebrate it. Doesn't matter how big or small it is. Every single day, you should be having wins. Every single day. Again, it's not every day that you might land your dream account or dream job or dream relationship or have the best day with your kids. Like, it's not every day that that's going to happen, but every single day you should have wins in every area that truly matters to you. So if your goals, your vision is to have a amazing business, an amazing relationship with your spouse or uh, parents or siblings or significant other or your kids, and to take care of your body, have great health, then every single day you should be striving to do things in those areas. So even if it's working out for 30 minutes, even if it's putting your phone away and spending 30 minutes of quality time with a special person, just paying attention to them, that's a win, right? If you didn't feel like making a certain phone call or whatnot for your business, but you still did it in spite of being uncomfortable, in spite of not feeling like doing it, that's a win. If you avoided eating certain foods that you were tempted by because you were disciplined enough to stick to your health goals, that's a win. So again, it does not have to be these big ideas that we set in our mind, like I'm only gonna feel like I'm winning if I accomplish this or that. No, at the end of the day, we need to make a habit of keeping track of our wins. And on my website, l2mindset.com, I actually have a daily productivity and confidence building worksheet. That part of the worksheet is writing down 3 wins that you have each day. And it's free. You can just go to the website and download it. I strongly encourage you to. But make sure that you start tracking your wins. That's going to build confidence. The more you focus on your wins, the more your confidence is going to go up. Most people were trained to look at what we're not doing right, or where we're falling short, or what we need to improve. And there's nothing wrong with looking at our areas of improvement and creating a plan and start working toward them. But that cannot be our sole focus. We have to focus on what we're good at. We have to focus on our wins, our victories. That's what's going to give us more motivation and fulfillment. You know, it's a hard thing to do to balance ambition and appreciation, ambition and gratitude. It's hard, right? Because we feel like, oh, if I'm really ambitious, I'm just gonna go, and every single day I need to be working, pushing myself, grinding. And I don't know about you, but I've met plenty of people that have done that, and it's led to burnout. I've met people that have done that, and they seem to be okay. So again, it's not about comparing yourself to others and being like, oh, well, if they did it that way, then that's going to work for me. No, you have to be intuitive, and you have to pay attention to what you want and what you need. Just because somebody else wanted something similar to what you want and they went about it a certain way does not mean they have to go about it that same exact way. Now, there are paths that people have laid out in front of us about how they accomplish things, and you can adopt some of their strategies, but it does not mean that you have to take every single thing, because we're all different. We all think need different things. We all have different goals. Our visions are different. Our purposes are different. What gives me fulfilling is different from what gives you fulfillment. And so at the end of each day, at the end of the day, you have to take some time to truly think about what it is that you want and what is the path that is going to help you to get there. Only you have the answer, and it's within you. That's why you have to take some time each day to meditate, to truly focus on your vision and go within, get some inner guidance about what the next step is for you. I've heard that praying is you talking to God, while meditation is when God talks to you, right? Why is that? You know, have you ever heard, be still and know that I am God, right? In the still moments, in the silence, when you're disconnected from the noise of technology, of people, when you get out and of this world, and getting out does not mean that you have to go into a secluded cabin that's 3 hours away from civilization. Would not, no, it could be as simple as getting yourself in a room, turning off any kind of electronic equipment, no TV in the background, no computer in the background, no cell phone in the background, no electronics that can distract you, and just close your eyes and go within and just Meditate. Just think on what you're trying to accomplish. Focus on your vision and then close your eyes and take some time to let your intuition speak to you about what the next step is, what you need to accomplish. It is so crucial, yet such few people take the time to practice this because we are just going, distraction after distraction after distraction. So many people don't like where they are in life, but they're numb to it. They numb themselves. It used to be that we numbed ourselves with alcohol and drugs and things like that, but that's not the case any longer. We don't need drugs or alcohol anymore to numb ourselves. What are we using now? What do people use? Their phones. Their phones, right? Whether that's social media, another app, another game, or whatnot. Our phones are a way to keep us distracted so that we don't think about the things that we're unhappy about or not satisfied with in our lives that we could be making better, right? And we tend to avoid those topics and we tend to avoid those conversations with ourselves because sometimes they bring massive pain because we feel like we're not willing to take the necessary steps to improve that part of our lives. We've given up. And having those thoughts leads to massive pain, right? A feeling of anger, disappointment, resentment with ourselves. And so we use technology to distract us from feeling that way. But I want you to take some time to think about those things and feel those things because that's where the inspiration, the motivation is going to come from for you to make the necessary changes you need to make in your life. If you don't change what you do on a daily basis, nothing is going to change in your life. Your results are going to stay the same. And if you don't like the results that you have right now, you're not going to like the results you have a year from now unless you change something. Doesn't have to be a big, massive change where you just do a complete overhaul of your life. No, but you have to make some changes in the daily habits that you currently practice. Create a balance between ambition and contentment. You can be grateful. You can be grateful for what you have. You can be grateful for where you are. You can be grateful for where you're going while still having ambition. You want to conquer more things. You want to win different things. You want to accomplish more things. It's okay. You have to balance it. You have to balance it so that you don't burn out, so that you stay motivated, so that you stay inspired, so that you become an inspiration to those around you long term. Not just an example of someone who made it big and then crashed and burned, right? You want to make it, you want to sustain it, you want to keep it going and keep building and building and building on top of that. You want to build a solid foundation so that you can build this massive empire on it. So you have to celebrate your wins, build your confidence. Self confidence is the prerequisite to any success. If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe in your abilities, if you don't believe that you can do what it takes to achieve a certain result, it's very likely that you won't. So you need to build your confidence, celebrating wins, making winning and celebrating wins a habit. It's going to build your confidence and it's going to allow you to truly learn to build a relationship with yourself, to practice self love. Celebrate in healthy ways, right? Share your wins with others. When you're able to share your wins with others, that inspires others. And when others share their wins with you, that should inspire you. Somebody else winning does not take away from your ability to win, even if they wanted similar things, even if they're in the same space as you, in the same industry, in the same type of business, and they get a big client. That does not mean that you cannot get a big client. That's just proof that it's possible. You should let it inspire you instead of making you jealous. And if you feel jealous, then instead of letting jealousy make you feel bad, use jealousy as a sign that that's a blocked desire, or that's a desire of something that you want and you haven't been willing to go after it, or you haven't been willing to do the work that it takes to grow to that level and get to that level. Jealousy is just an emotion like anything else. You can let it destroy you, or you can use it for positive change. You can use it to get you to the next level. You can use it to motivate you and inspire you, to fuel you in the pursuit of more. So make sure that you understand the importance of celebrating wins, balance, ambition, and appreciation. Remember, part of winning and practicing self-love is taking the time to enjoy the fruits of our labor. So let's celebrate our wins, share them with others, and appreciate the journey as much as the destination. Thank you for joining me on the L2 Mindset Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave a review. Until next time, this is Kevin Fernandez with the L2 Mindset. Love yourself, lead yourself, keep celebrating your wins and spreading positivity. I will talk to you all soon. Have a great week.